I learnt recently that One Piece is one of the biggest selling comics of all time. I think Netflix recently has kind of been helping with that because there's a really great live action version of One Piece. The anime itself is really long, um, as is the comic series. I started my One Piece adventure watching the Netflix live action adaptation, which is absolutely brilliant. And then if you dive into the comics, which I did, hence I've got the like combined volumes, um, you realise how good their casting is for something that is taken from like a 2D kind of visual, very sort of set art style. They have got those characters like spot on. As you read them, you're like, how have they done it that well? Um, there is a lot of differences. Even if you've watched one of the adaptations, it is probably worth reading the comic series because certainly in the live action one, there are characters and ways things happen that aren't included in the live action show, probably just because they'd be too difficult to film. Um, what I like about these omnibuses is they're divided into sections. So this is the East Blue one, which is what we start with. Um, I've been working my way really slowly through these. I got to the end of the East Blue and wasn't quite sure if I wanted to carry on, because it's a big commitment to reading this as a whole series. But then the season 2 of the show came out and I got hooked again. And I have actually dove into the Baroque works, and bought some of the next set of volumes. So I think I am kind of in it for the long haul now. But what I think is great is it's got a universal appeal. So you can start reading this as a younger reader and like really enjoy it because it's good, silly fun. The characters are kind of great. There's some lovely messages about teamwork and things like that. But it also has really sinister moments, and like it's packed full of humour and joy. I think this has like one of those kind of weirdly universal appeals. You can enjoy it at kind of any age, and even if you're into like all kinds of different things, my anime choices and manga choices wouldn't normally be something like One Piece. I tend to like things that are either a bit more historical or kind of a bit romance based. So I wouldn't have necessarily ventured into this without the live action show coming along. Um, but I am really glad I did because it's a really fun series and it's kind of great to dive into when you just want to take your mind off things and enjoy um, something that's quite pacey and fun to read. So I highly recommend it. Um, Joined by Chopper, who is one of my favourite characters in the series.